Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And make sure you get in the description box, click that link to my brand new YouTube channel, Green's House. It's all interviews, a departure from what you usually get from me. But I just hit over 2,000 subscribers. Thank you guys very much. Make sure you hit the link, like, subscribe, share, and all that good shit if you have not already. So I'm sitting here outside of my son's boxing class, and I'm so happy that he does it because ultimately what I want my son to get from this is confidence. Of course, he'll learn to defend himself. He'll learn the sweet science of pugilism. You know, I want him to be able to defend himself, but I want him to have confidence above all else. I do not want him to be scared. If some kid fucks with him, some bully, because it's going to happen, I don't want him to be scared. I don't want him to run in fear. I want him to stand there and whoop some ass. So anyway, I'm sitting outside his class and I see this thing. Shout out to ABL, Anthony Brian Logan. He's also our latest guest on Stop the Fuckery. Link will be in the description box to that channel as well. Me and my man Gian. But I saw this story about this woman in Fort Worth. So often, if I see somebody else doing a video on it, I'll read the title, and then I don't watch the video until after because I don't want their opinions to influence mine. So apparently there was this young mother, this black woman. Not sure why they put that in the story, but anyway, this woman, she lives in Fort Worth. She lives in government subsidized housing, and some little motherfucker decided to break into her house. Well, she was in there with her child. She wasn't having it. So she got her equalizer and caught this kid breaking into her daughter's window and gave him the business. Turned out to be a 14-year-old kid. So, of course, the woman is distraught over the fact that she shot a kid. But the police had just been at her house earlier that day. And I'll put a link in the description box also to the story so you can check it out. You can see the interview with her. Very articulate, smart woman. She's not the usual government subsidized housing type of resident that you would see interviewed by the news. You know what I'm talking about. Bonnets and shit. Sounds like they bailed out in the third grade as far as their grammar. But that stood out to me. Very articulate woman, smart woman. So basically, the police had come to her house earlier that night because of an attempted break-in. She lives in the projects. So, of course, and it's probably her neighbors. She probably knew the kid that she shot. So somebody tried to break into her place. The cops come by. They take a report, and they leave. Later that night, in the wee hours of the morning, she hears something. She hears her daughter's window opening, goes down the hallway, sees a figure trying to come in her daughter's room. She fucking shot him. Parents, any of you wouldn't do that same thing in that same situation? You're sitting there with a loaded pistol. What are you supposed to do? Excuse me. Hello. Hello, ne'er-do-well. Before I fire my weapon in your general direction, may I ask you, how old are you, sir? What is your name and your zodiac sign? You don't got time for that shit. The very simple math. Child plus threat plus parent with gun equals dead bad guy. And if you guys have been with me long enough, you know when I used to do my live streams every day, I would start it off with a story called Good Gun. I would highlight a story where a gun did good, because all too often, what do we hear about the guns? Gun violence. The guns are bad. Another school shooting, another inner city shooting. The guns are bad. No, they're not. It's the person wielding it, because I have proof. I have stories that show that guns can do good things. Guns can save lives. And if a gun takes a life, it takes the right life in most situations. Yes, some people deserve to die. Some people in certain situations gotta get blasted. And if you're sneaking into a child's bedroom, you are top candidate to get your lead intake pumped up. You need some hot ones because we don't have time to talk. I can't take the chance that you're just misunderstood and you need a shoulder to cry on. I can't take that chance. I can't go in there and tussle with you. What do you think would happen to that woman if she didn't have a gun? Do you think the intruder would say, "Oh, pardon me, ma'am. I see you're unarmed. I will find another residence"? No. He would have done unspeakable sick shit to that woman and her daughter. That woman needed that gun. She had to have that gun. What do you think that little bastard was going to do if she didn't have it? He's 14 years old, breaking into a home in the middle of the night. If you're breaking into a home in the middle of the night, when you know people are at home, I'd say 100% of people are home in the middle of the night. You are coming in here with ill intent. You want to hurt me and mine. That has to be your objective. You're coming in here at a time that you know we're here. Why didn't you try it at noon when this lady would probably be at work? Her kid would be in daycare. No, you little niglet. You waited until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when you knew people were home. And if you break into somebody's house at that time and you know they're going to be home, I believe that you are coming in there to do something bad to them. But Jericho, he's only 14. Kids don't do sick shit. What country are you living in? They have no respect for life. They have no respect for other people's property and what your uninvited presence does to them. That fucks with people mentally, that their privacy was violated at their home. There's nowhere else you can go. You didn't violate them out in public or their workplace. You violated their privacy at home. There's nowhere else to go. My back's against the wall. It's home. This is the final frontier. This is where I have to make my stand. Good for that lady. And she can possibly be evicted. How is that when it's constitutional carry in Texas? It's perfectly legal for that woman to have a gun. And the reason she got the gun is because of the rash of break-ins in her apartment complex. Was she supposed to be Boo-Boo the Fool and see this coming and not do anything about it? How does she know he was just coming in there to take some property? How does she know that he wasn't going to harm her and her daughter? What if he got in there, one of them woke up, and now he's in the mindset of, well, there can't be any witnesses. No witnesses. No way, Jericho. A child, an adolescent's mind doesn't work that way. Oh, yeah? I remember seeing a story on the First 48, and these two teenagers, I think they were 14 and 15 or 14 and 16. And there was this woman, this single mother, had a bunch of kids, and they went over to her. And they were her neighbor. And she asked them if they could use her car. She said no. One of these little motherfuckers got mad. Killed the woman. The woman had her 1.5-year-old at home with her. What do you think these two borderline retarded dummies did? Do you think they figured, well, we already killed a woman. Her child's only 1.5 years. He can't talk. He's not going to tell anybody. No. These two morons had the no witnesses mentality. So you know what they did? And this is very graphic and gruesome, so I'll give you a chance to turn it off or turn it down if you don't want to. Leave the room, plug your ears. But you know what this little bastard did? The younger of the two? He picked up a television and crushed the kid with the television. So don't tell me that because they're youthful, they won't do any sick shit. Yes, they will. And that woman did not have the benefit of time. She didn't have the luxury of enough time to see what this kid's gonna do. Looming figure, my kid's bedroom, bang, bang. That's it. You're gonna sit there and wait to see what they do? You're gonna see if that's just the window he happened to enter. He was gonna step right over the little girl's body. He wasn't gonna do anything to her. Fuck all that. The fact that you have entered my home uninvited tells me that you want to die. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. Make sure you like and subscribe to the new channel Green's House. Hit that Teespring link for some merch. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.